Again, this is Jose Trujillo. I'm an artist. I'm coming to you from my art studio with some awesome questions and answers that I get on YouTube, on Facebook. I get these questions asked all the time. Before Facebook and YouTube, I used to get them just randomly because I've been an artist for quite some time now. So this question is about gallery representation, okay? Now, someone asked me, what is the best way to approach a gallery? Should I send in an artist package, which now it's digital, right? When I was doing it, and like I mentioned, I'm young, but I was still doing it like artists did it when I was doing that. That sounded so weird. When artists do it. Anyways, we were sending slides, portfolios, right? The whole artist statement, the bio, the blah 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 blah. All this whole book, this nonsense is a bunch of bullshit, okay? But we got sold into thinking that 99% of artists, so sending that to galleries. The reason why galleries started doing that is so that to make you jump hoops, right? And therefore minimize the level of inquiries they're getting, because galleries get thousands of inquiries, probably daily, especially the big galleries. So the more hoops they make you jump, they minimize, right, that inquiry number. They're tired of it. They don't know how to handle it, right? And whatever. Everybody wants their work to show in that gallery, whatever that gallery is. So here's again, back to the question, right? So what is the best way to do it? Well, after we did slides and blah, blah, we started doing CDs and, and then we started putting in digital media, right? Jump drives or whatever, PDF files. I don't know how people are doing it now. I haven't done any of that in a long time. I sent artist packages, but not for galleries. I send them for media, for press, in PDFs. But JPEGs and stuff like that, but not for galleries. So I don't know how people are doing it right now. Maybe just Facebook, who knows? So this is the question. Should I do that? Should I send my artist package via digital or whatever, right? Or should I mail it in, or, Here's the answer. Very, let me get back, because I'm kind of all over the place. The easier it is, the less it will work, okay? Please get this. The easier it is. Most of us think that because there's Twitter, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, somehow people, and yes, maybe one or two people might get lucky. But don't put your effort on luck. The easier it is, the harder, the less likely it will work, okay? If you send a DM on Instagram to a gallery, as I mentioned in other videos, you're an unwanted pest. You are not adding value. Oh, my artwork is value. Yes, and so is the thousands of artists that are also doing that and thinking that. So you're competing with all of this noise for the galleries. So what do you think has more noise? Just bear with me. Email, sending DMs on Instagram, writing on their YouTubes, on the galleries, please look at my work, please look at my work. In other words, you're begging to be seen, and you're an unwanted pest. And I'm not trying to offend anyone. This is just how from the gallery point of view. So the next step after that, where they may consider you a little bit more, is email. And we think, oh, we do email, but who reads email anymore? Come on, right? Everybody's on, I don't know, Snapchat or whatever. You would think, oh, well, okay, then let me do Snapchat for the gallery or whatever, So is everybody. Everybody's doing that. The best thing to do is to walk to the gallery, in front of the gallery, and create just a greet, hi, how's it going, blah, blah, blah. There is no right or wrong way of doing this. A lot of people just be respectful, but don't be uber respectful to the point where they can't even take you serious, right? So what I mean, uber respectful. What I mean is like don't I make my artwork? Oh, it will fit in your gallery, blah blah. Just don't pick you up like SpongeBob. Don't do that. Just be courteous, be nice and whatever. But be face to face. You don't need to. If you train sales, personal sales, face-to-face selling and stuff like that, that'd be great if you get a training. The more training you get on that, the better. There's many training platforms out there for that, for just basic, toe-to-toe sales. There's also another way of doing it, and I've heard this from an artist who I believe is probably the best way to do it. It's the hardest. Again, the hardest thing is to rent a van, like musicians do it. Rent a van and do this at your own risk. Okay, don't take my word for it. I have not done it, but I've heard this, and it makes so much sense. Take a van and go on a road trip with your artwork and stop in galleries. Plan out your whatever, your 2 weeks, a week, whatever, and stop at the galleries that you want to have your work exhibited. And meet the people and tell them what you're doing. And they're going to see that you're ballsy, and they're going to see that you mean business. And they're going to be like, oh, this is a person that really wants this. Let me consider. Let me at least hear them. Let me hear them out. Who knows? But it's the hardest. The harder things are, if you just go to a gallery one time and they say no or whatever, and then you get, oh, okay, well, that doesn't work. Well, I tried that. How many times did you try it? That's why I said, what this guy told me, he went on a road trip, and then he got all these gallery exhibits, and it was handful, and because they saw the seriousness, right? Oh, this guy's going to stand by his work, and he means business, and he's going to produce work, and he's gonna work with us. He's gonna be professional, and the work is also good. Whatever that means, right, for the gallery. So the harder things are, I know a lot of people don't think this way. They're like, well, if I send everybody's doing that. Everybody, just think about it. You're competing with everybody, just shooting out stuff. You're competing with everybody, just shooting out stuff on Instagram, on Facebook, and anyone can do that. But not everyone has the intention to get in their car and put some paintings in the back of their car and drive and talk to a gallery owner. Just, it doesn't have to be the biggest gallery. You can start with medium-sized galleries. Don't start with, here's my little 2 cents on the whole thing too. Don't aim for the biggest ones, because they're dealing already with big artists, and I'm not saying if you have the opportunity, don't talk to them. I'm just saying don't just focus on the big ones, and don't focus on the little ones, because the little ones they're mom and pop, and they're not really making money. They're kind of, and I'm not trying to bash, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just from my perspective, my experience, they are just barely surviving and barely paying the rent and kind of staying afloat, and you don't want to be part of that either. Okay? You want to be part of the big ones, but the big ones will kind of brush you off because they haven't heard of you. You might get lucky, but for the most part, they'll brush you off. The mid-sized galleries, the ones that are in plazas, and they're not these huge, elegant galleries. Try to aim for those. The ones that have movement, people are walking in and out, and then there's, I don't know, if you do abstract, go for those abstract ones. If you do Western, go for those Western ones. Whatever, pick, but don't go for the little ones that are barely cutting it. You will see if they're barely cutting it or not. It's very obvious. And you will see the big ones, and because the mid-sized ones, when you start working with them, then you can bump up to the bigger ones. Okay, that's one way of doing it. I don't know, based on my experience. I'll stop right here because there's so much where I can talk about this whole thing, but I want to make him short. Thank you so much. The name is Jose Trujillo. I hope I answered the question here. Take care. Till next time. Bye-bye.